Shalom Israel, Shalom. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Call Halalyam Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Wa Qadashka, Mamanya, Wa Qadashka, Laha, the Kwa, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahawah, Alahayam Nawa, Yahawah, Aha, Tuwa, Amen. Shalom Israel, Shalom, Kwame Yasharala. Now, this lesson was kind of inspired by the brother Ariella from the Dallas camp. You know, his lesson was about quarantine, and what quarantine does and the meaning of quarantine, you know, and the misconception that the world has, because everything is flipped upside down, that is more of a spiritual thing. Quarantine meaning to be let me see, isolation for 40 days, you know, and that's what a lot of our great forefathers did. Yahawashi was in the wilderness for 40 days, fasting and praying for a spiritual connection, you know, and then you had the people of Israel, our forefathers, in the wilderness for 40 years, you know, for sanctification, for holiness, you know what I mean, and you know, to separate them from the wicked, the heathen, and then you know, you have the flood where, you know, for 40 days and 40 nights where, you know, it rained and the water washed everything away like a baptismal, you know what I'm saying, and it cleaned the wickedness off the earth, but it was a separation from the wickedness and the righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what the misconception is of quarantine, is to keep you separate from sickness and disease, which pretty much symbolically what the 2/3 and the wicked are, you know, and but that's what quarantine was used in the scripture for a righteous act, and now it's flipped upside down for some, you know, for a scare tactic. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that was a wonderful edifying lesson. But what what captured me the most was when he mentioned legacy, and the title of this lesson is called Legacy. You know what I'm saying? Legacy. Now, legacy means a body of persons sent on a mission. You know, so and that's what the hopeful elect, the 144,000, Lord's will Abaharatazah, we're a part of that great number. That's what we have been sent on a mission. You know, to to fulfill help to fulfill the law, to come back into this, you know, to the fold, you know, to this promise, this contract, this covenant. You understand what I'm saying? And come back into remembrance, you know, receive all that power, you know, and receive the promise, you know, that was promised to our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, and the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our father being Jacob, Israel, you know, and it also means ambassador, you know, and an ambassador is a vassal or a servant, you know, which we are. We are servants of Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, you know, and it means messenger, you know, and that's what angels are, because we are angels. We are Yasharala, you know, we are princes of the power. We were the fallen ones who fell from grace, the fallen ones. But an angel means messenger. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, it means a diplomatic emissary of a ruler in the court of another. Let's read that again. A diplomatic uh, emissary of a ruler in the court of another. You know what I'm saying? So, an emissary means a scout or a spy, or literally that is sent, means that it is sent, that is sent out, and that's what prophets mean, or that's what they're teachers, or it means sent away. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we are sent away to do the good, to give out this good news, to do the will of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. You know, and and in the ultimate court, and the ultimate judge in this court is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Through Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. You know, and and this legacy that we're trying to fulfill, you know, and is our is first and foremost our heritage, and our heritage being a heritage meaning, an heir, inheritance, an ancestral estate. This is something that we're fighting for, our heritage, our legacy, you know, and we are being built up for that. You understand what I'm saying? We are being built up literally to become, you know, to be kings, and priests. This is what this is all about. That's what this quarantine is about. That's what these trials and tribulations are about. This is from this, our journey, our walk through life was about to this point right now, because this is it. This is the end. This is the ending. This is coming to a glorifying end, you know? And this is the build up for that, and this fabulous movie of Yahweh's, you know? Everything we've been through is to be built up. You know what I'm saying? To become and build the brick by brick. And each one of us are brick stones, for the house of David. And we continuously get stronger and stronger and stronger, great judges in this faith. You understand what I'm saying? And Lord's will Abaharatazah, I hope I'm making sense. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. And this is what it's all about. And what he's doing is he's breeding kings. Breeding kings. Each type of trial that we've been through, including this quarantine, which is a time for us to come together as a family, as a unit, and be separated from the wicked, from the 2/3, from the unrighteous, from the unholy. Because holy means separate. We are a separate nation from all the nations. And yes, the majority of most of these nations their father is Abraham, but there was only one separate and holy nation, and that was Israel. You understand what I'm saying? And right now is the time for everyone to gather their power through the Spirit and become stronger as a nation. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to go through. And this is what we aspire to be: great judges, priests, and kings. And each day that goes by, we continue to build on that. Yahweh is building us up through Yahawashi HaMashiach. All praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. You understand what I'm saying? I want to go to Genesis 32 and 24. Genesis 32 and 34. This won't be long. This is just a little something that was on the spirit. Genesis 32 and 24. Genesis 32 and 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with Yahawah and with men, and has prevailed. You know what I'm saying? So Jacob was wrestling in an angel, you know, and he showed us resilience, he showed us power, you know, and and that's what we're doing right now, showing resilience, you know, staying steadfast, showing our power, our strength. We're wrestling with, and we're also wrestling with principalities and powers of darkness, you know, and we are Israel. We are princes of the power, Yasharala. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about, you know. And there's no reason to have any fear through this situation. You know, you should be more excited than anything. You know that you know the anticipation of what's to befall this place, the anticipation of what's coming next. You know, of being and be excited of being separate from everyone, because I enjoy being away from wickedness, man. I don't care too much to be involved with any wicked thing out there on these streets. I don't care for it, and it gives me a chance to get closer to my power every single day, every minute, every second, every hour, every day. I get closer to my power, to my Father and Creator. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, I want to go to Leviticus 26 and 8. Leviticus 26 and 8. Leviticus 26 and 8. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword. You understand what I'm saying? A standard will be lifted up. That's coming. And I know you can feel it, because I feel it. You know, and granted, we have the enemy and the spiritual demon Satan, who keeps constantly attacking us. And you know why he constantly attacking us? Because his time is winding down. So he's going to try to vex you as much as possible, no matter who it is, no matter what it is. He's going to try to find a gap, an open spot, a weakness, and he's going to try you with it to knock you off your square. But that can't happen. You can't fool the elect. Only for a short time you can try to drag us down, but it won't. You will not prevail. You know, this is we getting ready to fight and go through this. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and it's a beautiful thing. I want to go to let me get one more precept. I want to go to Numbers 6 and 8. Numbers 6 and 8. Numbers 6 and 8. Numbers 6 and 8. All the days of his separation, he is holy unto the Lord. Let's read that again. All the days of his separation, he is holy unto the Lord. And that's where we are right now. We're separated from the wicked. We're separated from everything that is to bring you down, to try to knock you off your square. We're separated from any sickness, disease. We're separated from the famine. We're separated from pestilence. We're separated from all these plagues and all these atrocities that's happening. And we're constantly in our scriptures and in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly in that. And all the days of his separation, he is holy unto the Lord. And that's all these days, months that went by, we've been separated from everything, getting sanctified, holy, cleansed to the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? This is a great time and a beautiful time to be in. You know, quarantine is a good thing. You know, these wicked made it a scare tactic for you to be like, I'm locked away. People so used to partying and bullshit and acting crazy, you know, and being constantly sick and weak and weakened and wicked. You know, they don't know their power. you know? And those are the people that are going to taste judgment. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we're being prepared for something far greater, something far greater. It's going to be so spectacular and so special and so, glorifying. Can't you feel? Can't you? Aren't you excited? You know, this is an exciting time to be in. You know, a glorious occasion, a glorious occasion. You know, we're looking for something beautiful, man. We are being bred to be kings, and I'll use this analogy. Because I breed dogs, pit bulls. Not for fighting and nothing like that. I used to breed dogs. What I'm saying, for families. And if you haven't noticed, my dog's barking all the time. My dog Samson. You know what I mean? And he and when you breed a dog, you want the best dog from that litter. Now the dog will have litters. I mean a nice litter, which is kind of, so to speak, like how Abraham had, you know, you know, a bunch of, like Abraham's father had, you know, sons, you know, and out of all he had 8 brothers, and out of all his brothers, Abraham was the chosen. He had to choose one out of that litter, for lack of a better term, you know, to be the righteous dog, the most powerful dog, you know. And then that dog is bred with and then another litter comes, and then you get that best one out of that one, and then that continues. You continue the process, and then you get that one that's better, that's greater out of that one, and then you continue that process. So you're breeding champions, strong beast, and not to call us beasts, because we're, but we are we are, but we're powerful, you know. We're powerful kings, a rare breed, for lack of a better term. You understand what I'm saying? I hope it makes sense. This was on the spirit. I was kind of meditating on it all day since I heard the lesson, and it's not as eloquent as he was saying, but but like I said, what caught me was quarantine, and the spirituality of the word, and the spirituality of what was done with it through Israel, through spiritual lenses, and the meaning of it, the sanctification of it, and then legacy. When he said legacy, you know, what we're trying to leave behind, what we're trying to leave our kids, the way you teach them, the way a child should go, so he could give it to his child, and then that child, so that they can receive the inheritance, you know. And that's what our Father is doing for us. He's building us up and giving us the right ways, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, so we may clean ourselves and cleanse ourselves and sanctify ourselves to become holy, and prepare us to become champions, kings, so we can inherit everlasting life, which is the kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, I mean, I think this is the best way I can kind of interpret it, and put it into my words, as I kind of sat on it most of the day, And like I said, Lord's will, Rawchaa, I hope it makes sense. I'm just going through the spirit right now. I'm, wherever the wind blowing, I'm going, But the power, just the pure power that we're receiving right now by going through this pandemic, this pure power that we're receiving right now, going through this facade, the pure power that we're, see, the left hand thinks he's doing something miraculous, but he doesn't know that the Most High is an awesome chess player. So while you think you're doing something, you know, the Most High is moving on the right hand side and doing a great work. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a glorious thing, a beautiful thing. I feel more stronger than ever right now. That was, just off of that lesson alone, you know, where I feel like, wow, this is a time for us to build, keep building, a perfect time to build, because anything else makes anything else after this, because it won't be the same. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing else makes sense. Is going to make sense. Whether this place goes back to the to where it was, it will never be the way it was. But if it's so called goes back to back to going to normal, whatever that it was, it'll never be the same. It's all different, and there's only one agenda, you know. And I'm gonna throw another a lesson. This is gonna be two lessons in one about what would you do in the day if they come for you. Which has been heavy around Israel lately about what you would do if they came. Well, obviously you got to go through the spirit. You're being built and prepared for that day. That's what these scriptures are for you to build yourself up and know what you need to do through the spirit. And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to conduct your steps. You understand what I'm saying? What I would do right now, I'm going to tell you through the spirit and almost to a carnal aspect, I'll be ready to get down. But emphatically tell them I'm not taking shit. You're not going to shoot me with no goddamn syringe. And I'm definitely fuck your chip, where you can stick that, And I don't even know about no concentration camp and I'm just saying that through the, right now, carnally. But I feel this way through the spirit, because the spirit is, I'm on fire, and I feel strong in the spirit, because ain't no way, and ain't no man of Israel gonna accept that bullshit, that poison, no way possible. So if it takes death, that's what's gonna happen. I might just fuck around and tell me, nigga, well, you can kill me now. You can do that shit right, motherfucker, now. Because what you go to a, this is my opinion. It's just my opinion. You gonna take me to a concentration camp, a FEMA camp, or whatever you say, or a prayer, like they say, prison, but it'll be a concentration camp. And what you gonna do? Try to torture me until I take it, motherfucker? You might as well kill me. I'm not gonna let you I'm not gonna let you do shit. Now, who knows what the spirit, the Lord's going? Might put the spirit on me to do something different. But through the will of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, it's gonna be a miraculous occasion. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. But that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna get out of here. I ain't got much time left on here. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles who speak this truth and sincerity, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim spread abroad, spitting this fire. And I'd like to say blessings to the Aqua that are listening and learning. Sisters loyal to the soil. Shalom Israel. Kwam Yasharala. Rise Israel. And remember to love Yahawah, Yahawashi, like they love you. Shalom Israel. Gird up your loins.